Who wants to do the recap? All right, I guess no one. Shall I do the recap?
I already have inspiration, so I don't want to hog it.
I could totally do the recap.
Okay.
Probably not very good recap.
Go for it.
Recap. Beginning of last game, we had just finished a battle, and our new member Balabar was running up with Harshnag, who ran ahead of him, and like an asshole, didn't offer give him a ride, of course.
He is an asshole.
That asshole.
And he just arrives there. We're all like, what do we do now? And we sneak through the curtain to see what's going on the inside instead of deciding to maybe go rest or something. We just go right into it because who the hell cares, right? We find like a weird room with bodies on hooks, and we go back after being invisible and start attacking people. Lots of ogres, lots of goblins, a couple orcs come in. Oh, and in the beginning, Balabar had seen that mage hobgoblin get the fuck out of there with a bunch of other goblins, because they're like, yeah, screw this, is not our problem. So at least that's what we're assuming happened, but we saw them ditch that place.
That's right.
And we found Chief Guh. We were fighting her. And Thornbird knocked out the wheels, and then she fell flat on her ass. Well, she's already on her ass, but she's even more on it. And Tot also fell out of her belly guts.
Oh, that's right.
The infamous Tot. Or something like that. And we're about to beat the shit out of her.
Who remembers who Tot was?
I remember who Tot was.
I do. Dude, he's my favorite character.
So for Kevin and Eric who don't know who Todd is.
Better have a donkey with him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Probably not at this point.
Yeah, you don't see any donkeys anywhere.
Maybe it's in the prison.
Maybe they ate the donkey. That's more likely, probably.
No. What's his name? I forgot the donkey's name. This is like a horse donkey. I remember that. He was a big donkey.
That's right. He was a pretty big donkey. He was called Ed Donkey.
Ed, yeah.
Ah, that's right.
Ed the donkey.
Nice. Shrek reference there. So Tot was basically a goblin that had stolen Ed the donkey in a wagon.
Yeah, we were fighting him in like the first session of like the goblins that were attacking Nightstone, and he was one of the goblins we let live, I think was what happened, to question him and stuff. And we got him to show us back to like the goblin cave, and that's where we saved Thornbird from.
Nice.
Head donkey.
Nice donkey.
It's an ugly donkey, right?
It was Pirate Dan's donkey. He was a player that we had.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, all right, good. Thank you, Susan, for doing that wonderful recap here. This is weird not hearing any of the in-game music come out of my headphones, but
It's like Signs music, I think, right now.
so let me just give Susan her token here. There you go. And so yeah, just to also reiterate, Chief Guh is currently like this massive bulbous form, just like folds upon folds of flesh, kind of spilled out all over this broken wagon that has completely shattered underneath her. She easily weighs probably about 10 tons just, of corpulent flesh and fat spilled out everywhere. And she's literally so fat that she can't even get up. She has fallen literally, lays on top of a pile of
Life
broken, of broken wagon pieces, treasure, and other like odd assortment of items and objects. And there's a lot going on in here. The smell of rank blood and rotten food is fetid in the air, and everything is nearly dead all around you. There's ogres and hill giants and goblin blood and orcs in the distance, and then there's apes running around, and they smell, like apes normally would. So right now, I think the only three creatures, or not including Tot, the only three creatures that are actually enemies are Chiefka and the two goblins up on the walkway over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so top of the round is Zorana at the moment.
Poor Winter. We saw Tot come out of there, right?
You did. So Tot is like kind of on the ground, like all fours. He's like shaking his head, like he's all stunned, and he's like trying to catch his breath. Like this is the first time he's had like a full breath of air since God knows how long he's been in Guz's flesh. But he kind of hasn't really noticed you guys yet. Although he's clearly recognizable as Tot because Tot has these like very distinctive ears and these large white milky eyes. Mm-hmm. And he kind of like looks up and he sees you guys and like. You think he recognizes Kareem because his eyes just go blink, blink, and he's like,
"Wait a second!"
This like really sheepish look on his face.
I think I know him.
Right,
That's the goblin who stole us.
Who?
He stole from us.
Is that Tot? Tot?
That's exactly who he is. But are we still killing Gu? I mean, I think we're a little preoccupied.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gu hasn't taken many hits, I believe.
No, she still looks pretty fresh. But she is prone. Just be aware that she's prone, so she suffers that condition.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did she have Thornbur in her hand?
So I believe that somebody, I think it was maybe Harshnag, had pulled Thornbur out of her grasp.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I don't think Thornbur is currently being grappled. He's not.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, well.
So just to reiterate what prone does, there you go.
Okay.
Yep. Great.
Well then, Tot, look out! Don't let her fall on you again. And I'm gonna try and aim for her eye or something. Not that really would make a difference because she can't get up anyways. But I'm gonna try and do that.
All right, yeah, 17 is definitely gonna hit her. She is pretty unarmored. She's just a blob of flesh. I think you try to aim for her eyes, but like she's blinking and moving around so much, kind of thrashing on the floor, that you just kind of hit her in the cheek, and you do 10 damage.
Yes.
Okay. But you notice that she's like literally so fat that like it absorbs like the brunt of the arrow like in her flesh.
I ain't getting that one back. I'm gonna go fishing for it.
Yeah. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. Because my screen on my laptop went dark. All right.
Maybe just move to the side and finish my turn.
All right. So the next turn would be the apes.
All right, let's get these apes. Let's start surrounding this mountain of flesh. 5:30. I guess I'll just have them dash so they get up next to her.
Yeah, because they don't have enough movement, right?
They have to take 2 to get there. This one can actually attack. So
Come on, Haram.
ooh, she's prone, so it's a crit.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So 9 and 8.
So it looks like you do 9 and 8 damage. So it pounds a meaty fist into her leg a couple of times, like hooting and howling in a gorilla-like way. Yeah. As you guys are just beating on this woman here. Yeah, just kidding.
I wouldn't call that a woman.
Me neither.
She's a lady.
She's a beautiful lady.
Whoa, she's a lady.
All right, Thornberry, you are up in the order, Thornberry.
All right. So I just turn around and give Harshnag a thumbs up for saving me. And then I lift my sword above my head and
He gives you a slight nod.
yeah, I didn't expect much. And yeah, I kind of like turn my head away from her before I hit her with my sword because I'm kind of grossed out and don't want to get her stinky blood on me.
Ew.
And then I come down with.
She does smell like tit cheese, so.
Oh god, not tit cheese. So
right,
23, I believe, will hit.
So 23 will definitely hit as you take your greatsword and you slice it right across a fatty part of her thigh. And although you're turning away, like you still get this like horrible stench of like nasty body odor and a spray of blood like across your arm.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross. Somebody get rid of her.
All right. Okay. So are you doing anything else, or you did 12 damage, right?
Nope. Yeah, just the 12 damage, and then I just kind of am grossed out a little bit. I dry heave a little bit.
All right. So Balabar, you are up at this point. You're up high on a ledge. You have a good vantage point. Balabar, you can I don't know. Let me check for a second what your visibility is. Just want to make sure that what you can see. Okay. Can't see anything yet. Except there's something else happening far off to the left. You can kind of hear like hoots and howls. It almost sounds like guttural growls coming from this direction. So,
Are these not torches? I can't see anything. Is that what you're saying?
oh, what I'm saying is that you think that there's more creatures that are approaching from here, but you can't see them yet.
Got it. Well, I couldn't see these things now. I'm gonna attack one of the goblins just because everyone else is working on her, so just so they don't sneak up on them. So, to the top goblin, I will firebolt.
All right. All right, Kareem, I took care of that for you. And
Perfect.
Firebolt will hit the top goblin. And you can describe to me what happens.
All right. Well, I hit it right in the chest with a firebolt, and it just incinerates. It just goes down to ash.
Nice.
It's a powerful
So
firebolt.
he goes down to ash. He falls over the railing, and as he hits the ground, he just puffs up in a cloud of ash dust. Anything else, Balabar?
Nope. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna keep an eye out in case I see anything approaching from the other side.
All right, Winter.
Alright, I'm gonna have him charge. Well, no, Kareem's kind of in the way. Can't really do that. Oh, well, that's kind of. No, wait, oh. Yeah, there's that space right there. Okay, I didn't see like this box here. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's
Yeah,
like,
all right, sure, go for it.
We have to jump out of the way.
Yeah, actually, technically, that is her square.
Is it?
But if you stop here, you should be okay.
You can hit her. Oh, I can hit her from there. Oh, I got you. Okay, makes sense. So charge and ram. Oh, if ram hits.
Yeah, Ram will hit.
Hey, and so roll a charge. I always forget the dice. 2d6.
Prone just gives
Advantage.
right?
So
Yep.
11.
Okay, looks like you
plus
do a
6
total of
plus 4.
21. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
21.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. So Winter comes in, antlers forward, digs it right into like Guz's foot. That's just kind of like dangling right there, right next to Thornbur as she's like thrashing about and kicking. And he like digs it right between her toes and just like starts
Ew.
moving his head left and right. And she's
Taking out that
howling
toe jam.
Yeah, she's howling in pain. Seems hurt by that, but is still alive. Amazingly, she's got a ton of resilience, and she's still got this huge, tree-sized club in her hands, and she's thrashing it about, and she's trying to grab anything that's within her grasp. So let's see here.
Oh,
We
shit.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people immediately within her range, and Belfrian too. So we'll say an 8. So going from top left, I'm going to roll a d8. Let's see who I attack with the first attack.
Grab and swallow whole.
Oh no! It looks like she's going to be grabbing Tot.
Oh shit.
Get back
Tot,
in
no.
here!
Is Top my ally?
Yeah,
Can I react?
It's up to you if you want. If you want him to be the ally.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
my ally. I'm gonna use
Alright.
the.
Didn't you steal your donkey?
He's my ally. I love him like a brother.
Oh,
Well, I missed anyway.
shit.
Oh wait, no, that is advantage.
Yeah.
Eh.
So just I rolled a 1, so a 4 damage.
All right. Well, you managed to slash her hand, and upon seeing that she's grabbed Tot, she like takes him and she like literally just chucks him, like
Oh shit.
30 feet off to the side because she doesn't want to eat him or anything like that. Maybe she considers Tot some sort of play toy. Your impression,
Wait.
because she like sees him and she's like, nah, she like throws him all, like, right over.
He's not
Kareem's
meaty
head.
enough to eat, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He nearly lands in the hole that's behind Kareem, where that really deep stench of pig is rising out of. And then she takes her actual club, and she I'm sorry, I was saying that she has a club. She actually doesn't. She's using her hand. So she's going to take her hand, and she's going to try to hit somebody else with it. So let's see from the top. All right, so it looks like she'll be grabbing this ape over here. I think an
Good
18
one.
hits.
Yep.
All right. So the ape immediately is going to take 13 damage from being grabbed and crushed within her massive fist.
It'll poof away.
Oh, and she seems very upset because as she tries to shove the ape in her mouth, it like just disappears into like a cloud of like green motes or however a conjured animal you decide disappears as. What does it look like when a conjured animal that you summon disappears?
That's a good question. It would, when it disappears, it will. It turns to dust, turns to dirt, and rejoins the
like,
ground.
Blue
Nice.
powdery dust.
So it just kind of like crumbles to like brown dirt in her hands and then joins up with the ground and disappears. Meanwhile, Tot, who's behind Kareem, scrambles up onto his knees and he's kind of shaking his head all stunned after having just been thrown 30 feet. And then he like looks at you guys and then says, "You think, Kareem?" He says, "Oh shit!" And then he starts running.
Hey, wait, Tot, get back here.
So he's gonna go under
Does he have
the
to use-
table.
He has to use half his movement to get up, right? Because he's prone.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
he only gets up to here, and then he kind of like hides underneath the table over here.
Okay.
I can see you. The table's taller than me. You know that, right? I'm right here, Tot.
Well, in the meantime, Harshnag, he takes his axe
shit.
and he slam it right into Chief Guz's arm, and he connects, but he looks like he wasn't able to get like a really good shot, and he only does 11 damage.
That the goblin knows me money.
Yes?
So, Belfrian, you are up.
Okay. Let's. Yeah. I'm gonna. I'm gonna give Thornbird my last cure. since he's right there. Oh, he didn't get max.
Oh, wow. I think to myself, man, I really like this new girl.
And then I'm going to. Am I in Guz's reach?
You
Would
are,
it
in
act-
fact, in Guz's reach.
Oh, okay, so I can't move away. No. Provoking. Okay, so I am. That's.
Yeah, so
Oh,
although
I
she's
think-
so fat, she's kind of like laying on her back and she's trying to like get up. So she's kind of like turning and rolling in place. And her arms, like occasionally she'll try to do like a little bit of a sit up and try to reach the people by her feet. That's what she was essentially trying to do.
Okay. All right, so I am done then.
All right, Emin, you are up. Emin, I'm not really sure if Ryan actually updated your sheet or not when he actually used you.
I did.
Okay, so
I basically used all your spells.
Sorry. Oops.
Right. So
and
I
Emin,
think
your current runes are Sky, Vind, and Fiel.
fell.
Yeah.
And then I moved to there.
Okay,
Where?
good. Yeah, so that is a walkway, so that's fine.
Oh.
All right. Anything else? Okay, it looks like you're done. So, Emin, I think you should be able to see this. You see a small party of bugbears joining the fray. Looks like they're coming from outside.
I can't actually. Oh, yes. There they are.
There they are, and they're holding morning stars, and they're running in, charging, and yelling.
Oh.
This goblin, the only one that's still alive, thinks that things are going pretty badly, but he's going to try to book it. So he runs over to the ladder, and he starts rapidly climbing down it as he slings the short bow that he has over his back. Kareem.
Okay. I'm going to just take care of this giant that's in front of me. I got nothing left but attacks, so I'm just gonna whip it good.
Whip it real good.
12 is
Alright,
pretty
that's-
bad.
12 will still hit, actually, because
Okay.
Guz's got no armor, and she's so large and easy to hit.
And that shit hits you.
Yep. So you crack your whip twice. Whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah,
and
just
you do, looks like
digging
4
into
and
the flesh.
5.
She likes it.
You give her
Turn it
like little
around.
paper cuts, but the paper cuts are like adding up.
Yeah.
And just as you finish your last attack, certain people in the group. Let me just check passive perceptions here. Thornburr, Kareem, Emin, and Belfrian. Oh, yep, and yeah, all of you guys all can smell smoke, and you can actually see smoke curling up on the roof of Grudhog, the room that you're actually in. Looks like the roof is currently slightly ablaze.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Nothing too extreme though.
It's enough that you can see about a 30-foot patch of smoke and flame, kind of
Oh.
like licking at the top there, peeking through. All right.
Shit.
Top of the round is back to Serana.
Let's see that goblin try to go down the stairs, and make a move at him. I don't know if that hits him. 11.
11 on the goblin
I was
as she's
trying to
trying
go
to
down
climb
the
down the stairs. Actually, that will miss. You see that he's you're trying to get him, but he's moving down the ladder so quickly, and he's so small that it's you don't have a good beat on him, and the arrow just like goes right into the post next to him.
And Winter's in melee range, so he can make an attack. On Gus.
Nice. So we'll hit.
14 damage.
Nice. Guz's looking pretty bad. She's getting seriously messed up now. She has Winter cuts his antlers into her ankle. Her foot looks really badly cut up. All right,
Yeah,
I
that's my
think you're
turn.
finished, right? Apes.
Oh, there.
Excellent. All right. Pound on her, my pretties. 3 left.
Interesting sentence.
Ape rape. Ape rape.
The 9 on the fourth attack will actually still hit.
What?
Wow.
The
How
very
about this
last attack
7?
of the 6 and 7, that will miss.
Wow.
All right, everything else hits. Wow.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, and 2. So that's 6, plus another 5, plus another 3. So 6 plus 5 plus 3 is 14.
Damn.
All
It's all
right.
bludgeoning, so it's probably half.
Yeah, all bludgeoning into Guz's like arm and chest and really fatty neck. And she's still alive, but she is howling in pain. Thornburg.
I look up at the flames above and I say, "Yes, Lathanders, please."
Oh God.
Since the end is near.
He's gone
And
crazy.
I bring my sword down again.
Nice.
He's got mad
Alright.
fire.
For just 7 damage.
7 damage. You poke through her knee with the tip of your blade, but doesn't do too much. But she feels it.
I was distracted by the flames.
All right, Valimar, you are up.
The bugbears?
Yeah, I think you can. If you can see them on the map, you can see them.
All right, so I'm going to put a fireball right between them.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
These guys have no chance. You still have a fireball left?
Yep, we got one left.
Just for this.
And it's all theirs.
All right, 22 damage. Let's make some saving throws here.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dexterous one.
Yeah, so it looks like 2 passes and 2 fails. Even though you do 22 damage to the majority of them, as this fireball just explodes out, they actually all are still alive. They kind of see the streak of fire coming, and like 2 of them don't get out of the way at all in time, but the other 2 kind of like duck down and shield their arms against the huge burst of flame that explodes out in the middle of their group. But fortunately, or unfortunately for you, 2 of them are still pretty fresh looking.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll move a little bit, and that's it for me.
I'm just going to record some damage here. So 11, and then this guy takes 22, and this guy will take 11. Oops. I think I moved that guy by accident. All right. So that is done. Winter already attacked, right?
Oh no, that's his turn now. He can
Okay.
attack on my turn and on his turn. So he's
And don't forget,
bloodthirsty.
The hearts mean you have inspiration.
Yeah, I was thinking that and then I forgot. But then
Oh,
I'm good.
I didn't miss anyway, so.
Oh, very nice. It looks like you crit.
Yeah, 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
So 17 damage. That will be another 8 damage to her. Okay. So you continue to cut up this time in her ribs and sides. She looks pretty pissed at this point. This time she is ignoring the apes
that she
for
can't
now. And she is gonna try to grab Thornburg first.
No.
Nope, not again.
Ah, shit.
Ooh.
So I don't think being prone
No.
means I have disadvantage. Right?
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have disadvantage. Your attacks have
forgot.
disadvantage.
Oh no. So my 22 turns into a 9.
Ah.
It looks like she's
One.
about to grab me, but she just.
Yeah.
She puts her hand right on a
miserably.
spiky piece of wood.
So her other hand, she's gonna try to grab Belfry instead.
A fan to be praised.
All right. So I think that's gonna grab Belfry with a 20. All right,
Yes.
Belfry, you are grabbed.
Ooh.
Ow.
Oh no.
Oh, I attack. I reaction.
Yeah. So Belfry, you take 14 bludgeoning damage as she grabs you around the arm. You have to make. She lifts you up off the ground, so she's kind of dangling you there at the moment. You take 14 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make me a concentration check. 23 AC will hit her as you slash at her hand or her wrist. with
Yeah,
a whip.
yeah. I'm trying to get her a wrist. 6 damage.
So she is still alive. She ignores the slash to her wrist at the moment, and she's got
No.
Belfry kind of like dangling above Thornber's position. And you recorded the 14 damage, and it looks like you made your concentration check. Good.
Yes. Apes are still here to suspend my honor.
So Tot recognizes Zorana, like looks at her, and says, "Oh!" And then this time he's trying to run away from Zorana entirely, but he sees that there are some bugbears approaching.
Don't you do it, Tot. Don't you?
There
Don't
there
you
is.
dare.
Isn't there an exit the other way? You could go there.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He's running in the opposite direction, and he gets to about there.
Don't make me shoot you in the knee, Tot. You know I can do
Harshnag
it.
tries to take his axe and swing for Guz's arm, trying to like sever it away from Belvrian's grasp at the moment. Let's see here. He's gonna hit. He does a pretty good amount of damage, but she is actually still alive. As he cuts into her meaty forearm, but is unable to separate the grasp. All right, Belfrian, you're up.
Okay. I still have my staff. I'm just going to try and get off of me, you beast!
All right. Nice. Actually, that will still hit. It looks like you do 5 bludgeoning damage as you take your staff and you're beating on her knuckles. She does not let you go.
Good for less.
Let go of me, Baka.
Right. Looks like Belfrian's finished, and Emin, you are up.
Do I have all of the rest linked uses, all those, or use all those two, right?
The only thing, I think the only one you used was the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
To move the
Wait.
cloud to get it?
Yeah.
Alright, good stuff. So I flick out a short sword and a rapier, and I just drop down to the side.
That's a 30-foot drop.
Using Featherfall.
Oh, nice. All right.
And I put a stinking cloud here, so I'm inside the edge of it.
And what's the radius on the stinking cloud?
20 foot.
20-foot radius. Oh, man.
Yeah, so put it 4 away from me so that I'm in the last 5 feet of it.
4 away from you. Let me just make sure I have the right dimensions here. I think that's it. And then you said to put it 4 away from you. So right there? Does that look correct?
Put it so I am in it.
Oh, so you're in it.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yep, just like that.
Just like that. Okay, good. All right. And are you not affected by it? Right.
That is correct. Not affected by it.
Nice.
So that was all of my stuffs. Waiting
Alright,
for the
good.
dudes.
So the dudes, not knowing anybody, they look like they are going to try to run into it.
That's the plan.
Yeah, this guy's the farthest one from the edge. There's a big hill giant in the way. So they're going to try to essentially like go past the hill giant. Can they see through it?
So it says that it is yellow. It is heavily obscured. So I
So
don't
no.
know.
No, they can't.
All right.
Yeah, so they can't, but they blindly run through anyway, stumbling over a hill giant body.
It's a DC 16 con save, or they're poisoned.
And it's as soon as they enter, right? Or I guess end their turn in it.
That is completely within the cloud at the start of its turn. Let's make a con save.
Okay. Well, this is as far as they're able to get. And then at the start of their turn is when they would make the con save.
I just
At
kind of
the
imagine
start of the next turn.
Imagine Emin fighting like Batman in the dark, just like slashing him with something inside with like the poison cloud, like boom boom, and they can't like see him, like where is he? I don't know.
Just like the first movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they start coughing and they're like, "Whoa," they're saying something in Goblinoid. Anybody who can understand Goblinoid kind of makes out what they're saying, like, I can't say anything and then they start coughing like really, really badly. Goblin continues to climb down the ladder, is going to finish the climb, and then he's going to start moving in the direction toward the opposite door. So he gets about that far under the table. And then Kareem.
Okay, I'm gonna just continue on. I'm gonna try to aim for the same spot that Winter's at. So while he's like digging into our ribs, I'm gonna
Sure.
maybe try to, slash into them also. 13
Yeah, 13 will hit.
and 22.
22 hits as well.
Whew.
So it's like 9 and 4 and 3. All right. So you cut deep. You cut more into her ribs, give her more slashes. You think you can see some like yellow fatty flesh underneath her skin that kind of just seeps out. She's still alive, and top of the round is Zerana.
Okay, I don't know how much health Tot has, or if I could do non-lethal damage with an arrow, but if I could actually shoot him in the leg or something.
I don't think you can
To get him to
actually.
stop.
Non-lethal damage, I'm pretty sure cannot be done at range.
Well, it's not like he's gonna die from an arrow to the leg, right? Right?
One of your shots?
Maybe he will, right?
You can call it non-lethal, right?
No.
And then you can sniper shot it because you're like a
But you
sniper.
know what? I will allow probably like a good roll. I would say like at least a 20 to hit to try to aim for his clothing and pin him to the ground.
I'm okay with that. Okay with that.
All right, so you pull an arrow, you take careful aim, and you try to aim for like one of his loose pieces of clothing.
I'm gonna spend inspiration for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Good use.
That's how
Ooh.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Nice, it was worth it. So instead of getting a 14, you get a 27. And we're careful aiming, you're able to pull back an arrow, and you hit him right in the pant leg, and you pin him right to the ground. And he looks completely shocked as he's trying to move, and finds that he can't because his leg is stuck to the floor.
You're not going anywhere, Tot. I have questions for
Alright.
you later. And I guess also Winter can attack.
Yes.
13. Or actually
Jeez, it's
27.
another crit.
27. Yeah.
So it looks like you do a total of 16 damage, which
Yep.
actually becomes 8. Oh,
God damn,
Gus
Winter.
is looking really bad at this point. Her eyes are rolling. There's blood coming out of the side of her mouth because you've dug so far into her flesh. Like you're hitting lung at this point, Winter.
Okay.
And she looks like she's really bad. Like one more hit and she's done.
Oh boy.
All right, apes.
Save mommy, my baby.
You screamed out above the din of the combat. The apes just like all pound their chests and they
Oh,
start
shit.
slamming their with fists.
Woo.
Oh, jeez.
You're good apes.
God. Yeah, you could just describe what happens here, Jay.
They leap upon her head and just start pounding into it.
Oh, her head just like explodes. Not explodes, but like just collapses like you're beating on a watermelon over Gallagher style. There's like chunks of skull and brain that just like seep out and just like start leaking out, and her body like spasms a couple of times. And like after a few seconds, like just lies still, like her arms splayed out. She drops Belfrine on the ground, like Belfrine, all greasy from like the grease that was on Guz's hand, and her palm like kind of opens up, and Belfrine's just like sitting in her palm, gasping for air.
Are you okay, my friend?
Yes. It's, gross.
So, Thornbur like had his sword already, was about to save the pretty lady. Gets a little deflated when he sees the apes pound her head into the dirt. And so I just turn around. I'm like, are you all right? And I start rubbing some of that ointment on her. Here you go.
With consent, of course, right?
I said, yeah, I'm sorry. I say, would you like some ointment? You look like you need some ointment.
Just like gently like rub it on her cheek, like caress her a bit.
Here, yeah, I definitely find an appropriate rubbing location. 2d8 plus 2.
Not those cheeks, Thornbur.
Hey, Thornbur's a good boy. Come on. I'm a holy man.
Thank you.
All right, very nice.
And then I look over at the cloud that Emmons in, and I start walking over that way. Emmons, what the hell are you doing over here? I thought this place was stinky enough.
Yeah, so there's a green roiling cloud all around here. Balabar, you are safe up high on the ledge there. The only two creatures that you currently see still alive is a goblin, kind of like partially hidden by the table that he's hiding under, and he looks like he's beelining it for the door all the way, or the curtain all the way to the right. And this other goblin who's dressed in rags, loose clothing, who's got an arrow pinning him to the ground.
Well, I've probably seen everyone yelling at him, so I'm not going to target that one. But yeah, I can't see anything in the cloud, so I'll just attack the one I see.
All right.
I will firebolt again.
So from your vantage point, he's got really, really good cover.
Still going to miss probably anyway.
Yep, that is going to miss as you hit the top of the table.
More
And the
fire.
just like explodes out of there.
All right, I'll move a little bit and done.
All right, Winter.
What can do here? Try and help Emin out, but he might just stop at the edge of the cloud. And
Yeah, Winter just kind of stops there, like sniffs and just kind of shakes his head no and starts stamping his foot on the ground.
he'll ready an action for something that attempts to leave the cloud.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there, buddy.
All right. So Tot is going to try to pull himself free. He is going to attempt to make a strength check.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
That,
he actually does succeed.
Wow.
And he pulls out the arrow out of the ground. But that was his action to do so, and he starts running again for the door.
Damn it.
Or for the curtain, actually. So he only gets about 30 feet. Yeah, right to there. All right. Harshnag goes. He says, all right, well, taken care of. Says, let's get the hell out of here before this roof collapses. And he's looking up at it, trying to gauge how far along the roof has been burnt. Belfry, you're kind of like all rosy-cheeked. You got like ointment all over your face. Ointment.
Wow.
You're kind of like just sitting there at the palm of Guz's hand. The clothes are all
Thornbur's
oily and
cream all
greasy.
over my face. Wow.
Oh God.
So much of it,
You
right?
keep it in a jar, Thornbury.
What have I done?
Thornbury is also known as the Peter North of Faerun.
It's okay. He's a holy man. It has healing powers, you know.
Yeah, he's holy, all right.
Alright. I'm gonna.
All right. So what are you doing, Belfrian?
So, after flushing a little bit, I'm gonna head over to my apes. Getting closer to this dude. Still out of my range, though. Would have to move again.
Well, you were prone in her hands, so you're not able to move.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
45
I had
of
to.
movement.
Oh, okay. Let me restart. What's here? So I used tap.
Yeah,
Just to
15
get
feet
up.
to there.
15 feet to here. And then 5, 10, 20, 25. Yes, my dash. That's as far as I can go.
So you're trying to reach the goblin over here. All right.
Yep.
All right. So you come running after the goblin. He sees you, and he looks like his eyes go wide in fear. And he kind of grips his scimitar at his side, this like wickedly curved blade that kind of looks a little rusted. And but otherwise, he looks like he's still going to head toward the curtain as his eyes flick over in that direction. Emin, you are. Can you see through this stinking cloud as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Does everybody in there has the blinded condition?
Yep. So you can't see through it, but you can definitely hear the bugbears kind of stumbling over themselves, coughing. Stinking cloud doesn't affect you, so you're just waiting there.
Right. So I take a step back, look around, say, there's 4 bugbears in there. I point with my short sword. I'm just kind of hanging on to them until you guys are ready. So let me know and I can drop this cloud.
Oh, I thought you just farted.
I just look at you and stop talking. Lying down. Delete.
All right, so I'm starting my turn in this cloud. I gotta make Constitution saving throws.
DC 16, yeah.
Is there oil there? Are they gonna trip on that oil?
Yeah, so you're not really sure what's exactly happening right now, but 2 are just trying to get over the hill giant's body, and then
Okay.
2 new to try not to do that and go past the body. But it looks like 2 of them fail their saves and the other 2 don't. So what happens to them if they fail?
The ones that fail spend the action that turn retching and reeling. So have fun with that.
Yep. So they're retching and reeling. The other 2, they can move out of it.
So
Is that
it
correct?
reads like those guys might be able to move out of it too, because it just says it's action. It doesn't say it's turn, so that may mean that they still get their movement. I'm not sure. This is kind of vaguely worded.
Okay. All right. So, being that they're blind and can't see, I'm going to say that 2 of them continue to stumble around. One of them pops out of the stinking cloud right next to you. Winter gets his ready to action off.
Yeah.
And I think you had a ready to action too, right, Emin?
Mm-hmm.
So 9 plus 4 works.
Yeah.
They're humanoids, right?
Yeah. So you slam your antler bugbear's side as Emin takes his rapier. Jesus Christ. All right, Emin, you can describe what happens to that guy as you...
The point goes in one ear and out the other.
Nice. Another one ends up retching and reeling, climbing over the ogre body over here. And he's kind of prone and in that position at the moment. And the other two, they are just, trying to climb over the hill giant, unable to get out, but coughing and retching. Okay. So Goblin over here to the north, he is, he sees Belfrian, like I said, has his hand on his scimitar, but continues to run, trying to use the tables as cover. I think I did that correct. Oh, yeah, he'll stay there. That's fine. All right, Kareem.
Well, I'm trying to clear this place. Yeah. I'm gonna run. If I run in this path, do I have to make any checks because I'm right next to this?
No.
No? Okay. I can run straight there.
Yeah, you'll be right next to him.
Perfect. I'm gonna use my action to dash and get right next to him. That's all I can do.
Okay. He is shitting bricks. He squeals and squeaks as you come up right next to him. He looks like he's scrambling away from you as fast as he possibly can manage. Zorana.
I can dash as a bonus action. Wait, shit. I already forgot where.
Just let Tot go, cause that'll be funny. Cause then it'll be like the guy who survives every time. We'll see him in another episode again. It'll be great.
He's the end boss.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
Would it?
Why not?
I'll get over here and yell at Todd. Come on, Todd, you don't want to leave us? Don't you like us? We're your friends. And then I'll shoot my bow at that goblin over there.
Oh my god.
Square in the head.
Oh.
And be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you don't want to end up like him, do you? Come on, stay with us.
Yeah, you hit him so hard, he goes flying 20 feet and his head just gets nailed to the wall.
I just kind of look at Zorana and I'm like, that was mine!
That was right between your legs, too.
I check if everything's there.
Alright. So apes go at this point.
What's left?
There's some
You think
bugbears.
I could roll intimidate for that?
Todd's already in fear of everyone here, so
You're right.
automatic success.
You're right.
All right. This guy
So
will.
at this point, we can kind of get a little bit descriptive. We don't have to go into combat.
Yeah.
We'll continue in combat. We could just say what it is that you're doing, and then just cycle through the turns that way.
Okay.
So what are you planning on doing with the apes?
So I'm sending one down or two down to deal with the bugbears, and one to go after Tot.
All right, so an ape is running after Tot at top speed, arms and legs like over each other as he scares the shit out of the goblin. Some the other two apes, they just get up to the bugbear and they just start pounding him with fists. And that guy, no problem. All right, so next person then, Thornbear. What are you doing?
I guess I'll just kind of stand up next to Em, and I kind of kick this body out of the way, and I come stand next to Em and say, "Oh yeah, you weren't kidding about those bugbears," and just prepare my sword.
Yeah, within moments, two bugbears come flying, running out of the stinking cloud, retching and reeling. They're vomiting, and you guys make quick and easy work out of these two guys in
Stab,
like
slice, stab,
three,
stab.
yeah, 3 quick cuts.
Nice.
Gold heron. Eric, what are you doing?
I drop the stinking cloud, So, I heard the building's on fire. Maybe we should go.
You can kind of hear like the roof is kind of collapsing somewhat. Like you can hear it crack and the crackling of fire, smoke, and the timber starts to buckle a little bit.
Yeah, we're fine. That's just my God saying hello. No big deal. He's got us.
Yeah, Kazoof doesn't care who he burns. So, time to go.
Can I run to the rest of the party and like rejoin with them?
Yep. So, you and Kevin, as Kareem is rejoining the party.
So they all dead, and everyone seems to be running towards the door, or no?
We can run to the
Standing
basement.
around talking about it.
We can run to the basement.
Okay.
Let's not be trapped in a building that's collapsing on our heads. I mean, I can get out, but you guys are pretty sure fucked.
There is a door.
I will use a bonus action to Misty step down, and then
Fancy.
move over towards Tot and stop by him, threateningly.
Oh yeah, how's Todd doing? Did he ran out already?
Yeah, so Tot is beelining it. Unless Balabar has a means of stopping him, he is going to run right by Balabar and underneath the curtain, disappearing from sight.
Sleep.
Just let him go. We'll see him again.
No, well, if he leaves my space, I get opportunity to attack him,
He's
but
gonna
otherwise, no.
disengage, probably.
Yeah. If he runs away, that's fine. I'll let him go.
Yeah, he's running away. So you can attempt a melee attack if you want for an AO, but otherwise, let's see how much you could do.
I can actually use a spell because I have Warcaster.
All right, there you go.
Ooh.
Do I want to kill him?
A spell can't do non-lethal.
Nope.
Well, why don't you go ahead and make me an insight check?
Oh, okay.
Do we want to loot Guh?
Probably.
Awesome.
Shit. Nice insight.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Tot is threatening in any way. He's genuinely trying to get away. Your impression is that the other people in the group, like Zorana and Kareem, know who he is, because they were calling him by his very specific name. But aside from that, he just is another goblin to you.
All right. Since they know him and he doesn't seem to be causing any problems, I'll just let him go.
All right. So the roof, Kareem, looks pretty bad. Like I described before, it's on fire. There's a lot of smoke curling up under it and flame, and it's slightly buckling and cracking. You can kind of hear it, kind of like a very loud fire.
Anybody got any water spells?
You're the one who set it on fire.
It was a plan B in case this didn't work out. We could just run.
Harshnag keeps looking up, but he's like also trying to like take his axe and he shoves it under Chief Guh, and he's like kind of using it almost like a fulcrum, trying to like lift that part of her body so that way he can, reveal some of the treasure and other things that are underneath the bulk of her flesh.
Oh yeah, figured.
There was a
He says,
conch.
"Hurry up!"
Oh, good
He's
thinking,
like
Harshnag.
straining under the weight. You can see his muscles and veins bulging.
I'll run up and start grabbing shit.
Yeah, why
I'll
not?
grab that giant conch I saw.
Yeah, so you see a giant conch. It almost looks like an ivory and pink and blue seashell. It's got these enormous spikes coming out of it, and it almost looks like these carvings of lightning that are arcing through it. Although they are carvings themselves. On the inside, I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these things before, where like you can put them up to your ear and it kind of sounds like the ocean.
Mhm.
Well, on the inside, you can actually see what looks like a genuine giant ring. And this thing's pretty big. Like it is easily the size of, maybe 2 or 3 feet. It is the largest seashell you've ever seen in your entire lives.
It's as big as me. Awesome.
In the meantime, let's see what other people are able to grab. You
want me
said
to roll something?
Thornbur, and Kareem, you
Send the
guys.
apes.
Yeah. Why don't you guys roll me a let's go for a perception check.
Oh,
I can do that.
21. That's really good.
Yeah. So and
Wait, what about Moog and Rock? Do you think she kept any other prisoners around?
Well, maybe we go out the other entrance and
We could
See
go
what
through
else
the
is in this camp.
basement.
Is there an entrance or an exit out of the basement?
There's out where Todd just ran. There's
yeah,
a
let's go that
Well,
way.
yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fire's
also
only
there's-
like 30
there's
feet
the
above
way-
us, right?
yeah, it's spreading though very, very quickly and rapidly.
Okay.
Like it's gaining momentum, and the fire is catching on and extending out its radius.
Using all the apes to examine.
Yeah, they're gonna bring anything that's shiny. Oh, somebody found something shiny.
That's the command. Anything shiny.
Grab
Where's?
shiny things.
Let's see where that goes.
So let's see what
Why not?
So
They're big
aside
and
from,
strong.
a large amount of coins, which
Extra
the apes,
shiny.
yeah, a couple of the apes here. Well, definitely the guy with a 4 perception. He just grabs like 2 fistful of coins. And he's like holding them above his head, and there's coins raining everywhere.
He tried. He's a fighter. He's not a thinker.
What's his name? What's that specific ape's name? Just that one.
Oh, God.
Jerry.
God damn it, Jerry.
One of the other apes, the guy with the 23, he actually grabs what looks like a puppet. That looks like it's wearing like a bejeweled costume. It's got like the strings and everything. And the puppet's got this like really long nose and these rosy red cheeks. But the costume itself looks amazing. Like it's all blue sapphires, like sewn into what looks like a fancy queen's dress. So that's what that guy grabs. And then the guy with the 12, he's going to grab this battered looking hat that's got these like pink stones sewn into it. Thornbur, you are able to grab, with your 16 perception, what looks like a golden flute. You like spot it and you're like, oh shit, I'm going to get that. Because it looks pretty shiny and valuable. And Kareem, with your 21 perception, you're able to grab what looks like a small wooden chest. And as you pick it up, it's got a little bit of heft to it.
Ooh. And throw it.
And just as you guys grab all that stuff and try to move out of the way, the ceiling like starts to crack really loudly, and timber starts to fall, and pieces of flaming wood just collapse in and fall right on top of Chief Guz's body. And what I like are for the 3 apes, Thornbur and Kareem, to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh,
Wait, and me too, right? I'm right there.
Oh, did you also grab something?
Yeah, I grabbed the
You got the
conch.
conch.
Yeah.
She did that without the perception because she just knew it was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm dexterous.
Oh, those apes are not looking too well.
It is their time.
Which one was that, though? We should be specific so we don't lose valuable items.
Well, the 5 is obviously the guy with the few
Jerry.
coins.
There's Jerry.
See,
And the
Jerry?
18 is obviously the guy with the jeweled puppet.
Well, yeah.
Duh!
There's all 23, of course.
So I'm going to say a 12 or lower actually fails, and those any creatures like the I think the 2 apes that got a 12 or lower, they will take the full 9 damage from falling flaming timbers. The rest of you guys, anybody who got a 13 or higher, is able to escape with no problems, as Chief Guz's body just ges pummeled. And that area is now like lit aflame with a bunch of broken timbers scattered everywhere. A couple pieces even fall through this hole that's right next to her. And those wooden timbers that are laid across the hull, they collapse in and down to the lower level.
Hmm.
You can hear loud squeals of pigs running away in fear from down below.
Interesting. Let's run!
We have to save the pigs.
They're in the basement. We can go around the other entrance. Just run.
All right.
I'm gonna
This
run
place
towards.
coming
is
back for you,
poorly
Oinky.
engineered as it is, you can see that the ceiling itself sounds like it is cracking, as if like a central part of the support beam that was laying across the middle of it, lengthwise, is now collapsing because it just doesn't have the support and weight that it once did before, and everything just starts falling very, very quickly in this area. As you guys are running in what direction? Toward the big red curtain?
Yeah, we're gonna go through the front.
Yeah, out the way that Top went.
So people are running at top speed. They grabbed whatever they could from the area. Let's have everybody make saving throws here. Dexterity.
Again? Okay.
Okay.
Me as well, over here.
Yeah, this is anybody that is in the room that is
Oh shit.
to the right. If you escape to the left, you should be okay.
Can I misty step out when I see this roof start falling?
Oh.
Yeah, because you're using a resource, I would say that is totally fine. You're
I'm
able
gonna use my
to-
inspiration.
All right, go for it.
No, Winter.
All right, that puts me right outside.
Winter has 3 health left.
Winter's got 3 health and he
Oh.
fails. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Use healing word. You got a healing word?
I know, I do.
Oh.
Okay.
I will allow you to healing word Winter before timbers start to fall on him.
Or after, when he comes, so he can come back to consciousness.
Yeah. I'd say after. Because I don't think I'm going to heal enough to save him
Alright,
from
so
damage.
Kareem, you're gonna take 12 as you start getting pummeled with falling timbers as they're hitting you and your shoulders. You're putting up your shield above your head, but it's
Yeah.
not helping that much, and you're running as fast as you can toward the curtain. Zerana, an 11 will also fail, so you're also going to
We
take another
both get
12
hit.
damage. Yeah, you and Winter are trying to escape. You're even maybe on top of Winter, trying to ride him out. And as you're doing so, he gets clonked right on the head.
Ooh.
But you're able to respond very quickly by giving him a healing word. So he stumbles a little bit, looking like he's gonna fall on over her, but he continues onward. Did you actually roll the healing word heal? It doesn't matter anyway,
Yeah.
because it will bring him back up
Yeah.
to consciousness. Thornbur, you are able to escape, no problems.
Yep.
You get hit with some falling timbers and only take 6.
Okay.
But you're able to shrug that off for the most part. Belfrin, you are not. You get clunked on the head a couple times. You take the full 12. You were fine, Balabar, because you were so close to the curtain that you were able to misty step out of there. And I don't think I saw a roll from Emin.
Yeah, I went the other way. I calmly sheathe my weapons,
Oh.
flick the blood off, and walk out where there's no shit falling from the sky on my head.
Yeah, and Harshnag followed suit right behind you,
Who's
and he
the
went
singer?
the other way too.
Do you guys hit the oil?
There was a dead body all over the oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just glide over it, flick the dust off my sleeves. So, Harshnag.
Harshnag actually slips on it, and he falls face first into the room. He's like, "God damn it!"
Oh god, there's a boulder here.
It's alright, I won't tell anyone. I didn't see anything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as you guys move past that area, what you find is a very large boulder, sandwiched right in between. You can hear the loud yapping of wolves coming from beyond this wall over here.
Do we see a goblin scared for his life?
No, there is actually small enough space because the boulder is kind of roundish in shape. That the goblin is not here at all, and from what you can tell, was probably able to slip through in that space between the wall and the boulder itself.
Shit. Okay. Well,
So I can follow suit. But I won't abandon them. I'll see if we can find an exit.
Yeah, you were small enough to actually slip on by.
I'll wait to see what's going on, though.
Is this another curtain
Wait a minute.
here?
minute.
Yeah, let me go ahead and remove some
Do I
dynamic
have
lighting here for you guys.
I got a rope, right? No, I don't got any rope. I think I used my rope a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll just move that curtain aside.
I'm pretty sure that rock is way too big for me to mold earth. Way too fucking big.
We could all try to push at the same time and see where that goes.
I could put a grease underneath it.
Yeah. Can we do? Yeah. Grease.
Can I
push.
banish a rock?
I'm gonna need a couple of concentration checks from Belfreen and Zorana, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And then you lost 2 apes in the process, Belfreen.
Oh no, my.
Oh nope. Well, I lose Barkskin. Well, he. Yeah. No.
Oh, I'm gonna start pushing on this thing. If someone got it to go there, it can be pushed away, right?
Yeah, it's
That's what
round,
it looks like.
right?
You can see that there's really deep gouges where the boulder itself was kind of rolled into place, and despite its enormous size, it doesn't look like it's such a heavy stone that it would like be impossible to move. But given that you guys are already making your strength saves, is everybody? I mean, your
Oh,
strength
save.
checks.
Oh,
No, it's not a saving
Oh,
throw. It's actually
it's a check?
an ability strength check.
What are you guys saving? What are you guys doing?
I did a save.
And what I like is for one person to make it, and then I would say that if anybody's assisting, that person would get advantage, plus the strength bonus of the people that are assisting.
I'm not going to assist, but I will put grease underneath it, like I said.
Oh, all right, even better. So I would say you guys
It's like
are
the
ready
four
to
of
DC
us
do
are
lowers,
like
maybe?
pushing.
I'm gonna cast guidance as well,
but I will reduce the DC.
if I can.
Yeah, you can cast guidance. The ape can
have a-
help.
I have a +3 strength. Anybody got higher than that?
I have a
Yeah,
plus
go for it.
one.
I'm gonna cast guidance, and then if I assist, he gets my.
Winter has +4
Strength bonus?
strength. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Winter's the man. Let's let Winter do it.
So you guys are all aiding Winter.
No.
we're aiding
He's,
Winter.
like,
No,
pushing
no,
into
don't
it with
aid
his
Winter.
body.
He already.
No, Winter got this.
So Winter's
Oh,
gonna
wait,
get a
that's a
+3
saving
from Thornbur, a +1 from Zorana. How much is the ape giving?
He has a +3 with his strength.
He still has
So-
inspiration, technically, right?
That is an
Or not,
8.
yeah.
Yeah, he can use his inspiration if he wants to add another, I think, D6. And he's got
fucking
advantage.
Oh
And he has
god.
guidance, which is another D4.
And he's got the guidance, correct.
So, D6. Oop. Oof.
And a D4.
And a D4.
Ooh.
24?
6 plus. Wait, that's 18, isn't it?
It's 24 total.
Oh, 24.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, there you go.
So 24 will be enough to actually shove the rock just enough out of the
We're
way
all
that you guys
pushing.
are able to past it.
Oh yes.
We got it.
Nice. Meanwhile,
Run!
you can hear like the crackling
Freedom.
of burning timbers behind you in the room.
As I step into the sun, I say, and thus quoth Lathander, I'm walking on sunshine.
Whoa!
Meanwhile, Harshnag and Emin, you guys were in the other room. And what you can see as you are walking, as you had just left, is a really kind of strange sight. At first, you think it's a large worm, Eric. But when you look closer at it, it's actually somebody who's wrapped literally from neck to toe in rope. And they are wiggling along the ground, gagged. And the person is kind of really small but skinny. And at most, you can maybe guess that they're about 3 feet tall. It doesn't look like they've noticed you. Do you care? Harshnag says, "Oh, what do we have here?" And he
Just
starts
pick it up and bring it with us.
He goes up to it. He says, "It's a halfling, tied up in rope."
Yeah, you carry it. Maybe it was a snack. It's like sausages. Come on. Unless your hands are full. And then I just grab a rope and start dragging it. Like, grab the ropes near its head so its head is up and just drag it.
Yeah, sure. It definitely looks like some sort of prisoner, a halfling tied up in rope, but gagged, like I said. You drag it out of the room, going into the room that it came from, which kind of looks like a beef larder. That you see a lot of rotting or.
No, we're going out the front door.
All right, so
Building's on fire.
yeah, it's actually a side door, but correct. Yeah, so you'll be leaving that area with Harshnag and this halfling tied
Just
up.
going that way. I
Okay.
can't track. Yeah, there you go.
Stepping outside, it's bright and sunny, and you don't see anything else out of the ordinary. No other enemies or things like that.
Well, get a safe
Well,
distance from the building.
I hope they survive the roof collapse. Should probably
Yeah.
get to the front.
I
see if they come
guess.
out.
I mean,
Does
who
it
runs
look
deeper
like-
into a
Did
building
it
when
look
it's on
like
fire?
the second floor was made of like stone or dirt or something that it wouldn't collapse if the roof itself collapsed from this building? Like that's
So
still part of the geography.
your
or
best guess
something,
is
right?
that this is some sort of goblin engineering, and despite the structure of Grudhog looking sound from the outside, you can quickly see that this building is not doing very good with the roof completely gone. The like clay and hard packed earth walls are starting to crack right before your very eyes.
Oh god, I think Emin's dead. I didn't see him get out.
Let's keep running. I'm sure he's in the front. Knowing that guy, he could be anywhere.
So Harshnag offers for Emin to let you be carried by him. He says, "Coming with me? We'll move faster."
Really? That's very undignified.
All right, fine.
Ride his
He
shoulder.
just grabs the halfling from you and he starts running. He runs up to the ladder and then just hops off.
I just walk. Regular pace.
Fair enough. All right. A couple of minutes later, you guys, what are you guys doing at the front here? You guys
We're gonna
are...
run to the tents, I assume.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess start running down.
Yep.
Follow them.
Sounds good.
I'm also continuing to look for signs of Hruk and or Moog.
Yeah.
I say, I kind of awkwardly approach Belfry and say, you know, I hope it's okay that I just kind of rubbed that cream on your face earlier. I didn't know. You looked like you needed some cream in your face.
All right, everybody stop moving for a moment so I can put
Okay.
everything on the same map.
Well,
Yeah. So getting back
Good
to lower level here. Let me grab everybody. Let's see.
Oh, wee. Oh.
Yeah, you guys should be able to see.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
let me grab you, Emin. I'll put you on this map as well.
I can see.
Oh god, did you bring out their flashbacks?
Oh god.
Same.
Alright.
It's okay, we dispatched them. We made goop of that Mallory.
All right. So is everybody on the map at this point?
I don't think so.
I hope
Nope.
so. Everything is darkness.
Yeah, I only see the area where we fought the Malder
What? Really?
from like the Fog of War.
Oh,
I only see myself in the tent area.
Oh, it's because we're dark. It's because of the map. If you zoom in, we're like, you can see how we would see each other, kind of thing. I don't know if it's dark out already.
It's alright.
Oh,
I'm-
you're all transparent.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
share
transparent.
that into your global
What?
illumination here.
There you
What
go.
about now?
There you go. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, there you go.
All right, good. Because it's daytime, so you guys can see everything. So you
Luke
meet
has
up
an
in
X on-
the, what's that?
So,
Yes. So what you see as you get down to the area with the tents is a bonfire that has clearly burned out. It's probably burned all night and it has dissipated to just curling smoke at this point. There's a few dead bugbear bodies scattered about, and you see an emaciated hill giant that looks like he's got sagging loose skin hanging from his flesh, and he looks very, very badly beaten to death. Along with Moog, who's also by the cage there, who looks like her face and chest was just caved in by heavy blows.
Ooh.
Both of
God
them
damn
are
it.
clearly dead.
Ugh.
It have been some time. You actually see some flies buzzing around all the bodies here, because it's been probably about 10 or 14 hours since they've died.
Well, we're not in a rush anymore because we're not in the
Someone to
building.
kill these for us. That's great.
No, I think that's a move.
That is clearly
What?
Moog. You could recognize her by the clothing that she wears, and
What is
also
the
and also you can see that you get the impression that this other creature may have been Ruck.
We were trying to help her find her husband, who I assume is this, but we failed.
Oh.
Well, I guess we didn't fail helping find. We did find her, but they're dead, and that sucks.
Well, who cares? It's a stupid hill giant anyway.
Yeah, basically, that wasn't in our contract. Got it back together.
Isn't that why we were here in the first place? To help her?
Yeah, it was pretty much.
Well, I mean, killing giants wasn't.
Is its own reward,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. That's right.
Great.
Finally, some bit of wisdom from the actual cleric.
Thanks, buddy.
Is their
All
pen?
this time I thought you were the stupid one.
There's these sheep pens, right?
No.
So yeah, there are sheep pens here. Sheep are still actually milling about, although they kind of look hungry. They seem agitated by your presence, and especially the very large 25 foot tall frost giant among you, who is eyeing them very hungrily.
Is there like an open pen area where I can like open up a door or like a gate or something?
Yeah, each of these individual 6 pens or 5 pens that are here actually do look like they each have a gate. And the hundreds or so of sheep, the 100 or so sheep that you see penned up here, look hale and hearty, and they seem like they are pretty well fed as well.
Hey, Harshnag, why don't you use one of these tents as a sack? Grab us some mutton for dinner. I'll take the halfling. Oh, hey
Already on
guys,
it.
we found
Oh,
a
yeah.
halfling.
And he drops a halfling on the ground in front of you guys. Oh,
Joe.
this little worm trying to wiggle away. And then he
Joe.
goes to grab one of the tents, and he takes it off of its pittons, keeping it secure to the ground, and he lays it out on the ground and starts grabbing sheep and throwing it into the tent.
Do we know the history of Do we know the history of Grudhog? Do we know it was used before the giants came here, right? Like it was like a thing.
So actually, you don't know the history of this place, but the workmanship and engineering that seems to have gone into it doesn't seem like it's very complex. In other words, your impression is that it was built by goblin and giant hands.
Okay. Then I'm gonna open up all the pens.
Hey, don't let go of all the food now.
Hey,
And
take
as
what
he
you
frees the
want.
sheep, he's like snapping their necks and like chucking them onto the tarp.
We can free the rest.
He says, "We're eating good tonight."
They're going to die here alone if we don't.
He says, "So you're just gonna open up all these pens here and let all the sheep go?"
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever we don't want to
They'll
eat.
probably be killed. At least they'll be eaten.
Fine. He doesn't seem very pleased by that, but he does kill 7 of them, and he he starts getting to work at peeling their skins and fleece off.
So I cut the bonds on the halfling because he's just laying there. I'm like, well, you may as well speak for yourself.
Well, immediately when you do that, he seems very agitated that you're letting the sheep go, and he says, "No, no, don't do that. Please stop. Those are my sheep.
They're not
Okay.
all your sheep. Also,
No, I swear those are my sheep. I'm a shepherd. They stole those sheep from me."
Okay,
Oh,
I
well.
gated up again.
should have left you gagged.
Wait, who's this guy? Where did you find him?
I was on the floor, rolling around like a bug. Didn't you listen to harsh?
Out of the ropes, please, please. My name is Roderick Hilltopple. Please. He starts squealing to be let out of the ropes.
I will
All right.
throw you back in the building if you're not quiet.
Hey now.
Let's be
With
nice.
a guy named Roderick Hilltopple. I mean, come on. We want to hear what this guy has to say.
He says, "Oh, thank you so much for letting me go. Is my family still alive? Did you see anyone else?"
Where did they take them?
I don't know, but we were all taken at once by hill giants. They came into my home and my farm, and they took all the sheep that I had, and anything
Did they-
else they could carry, all the food. My entire cupboards were empty.
What did they do once you were in the building? Oh, sorry.
Well, they kept us in some pens in the lower levels, I think, and then they grabbed me just this morning, and then they tried to take me upstairs to eat me.
So your family was last seen in the pens?
Yes, my wife and my 4 children.
Well, we got to go back in, guys.
It's just in the lower level, and he kind of motions with his head. You guys let him go.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting him out of the
Lead
room.
the way.
He's like rubbing his arms and wrists. He definitely looks like he's dirty. He's been probably tied up for quite some time. Although he still looks like he's got a lot of meat on his bones. Halflings being the way they are, they're normally very pudgy. So he looks like he didn't lose that much weight from being a prisoner for God knows how long.
I'm gonna start heading towards that cave entrance.
Yeah. So
Yeah, me too.
As you're looking around the cave entrance, it looks dark. There's still the it looks like the torches that are up on the walls, the ones that were lit by lanterns with oil in them, are just like barely lit. They're like guttering and flickering, just creating this really eerie light that casts long shadows in the tunnels of the caverns beyond. And you don't hear really anything except the way that like sounds in like a cavernous tunnel. Like it just kind of echoes really strangely, and you think you could make out what sounds like squeals. Maybe from pigs is your best guess, but you're not 100% sure.
I put my shoulder on. What's this guy? He's like a halfling.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
halfling. He's got like a really unruly brown hair. He's got these like really big giant cheeks and these mutton chops. But he looks really dirty, like he's been a prisoner for quite some time.
Did you go through this entrance?
Oh, I don't remember. They bagged me and they had me in a sack. All I remember is the room that we were being held in had some sort of stream or river, and a few other cages. I wasn't the only one there with my family. There was a couple of others as well. Some barbaric-looking fellow with long braided hair, and another one, a half-elf with a brown beard who never said very much, but always seemed very noble. I think he said his name was Kyle or Corey or something.
I guess I look to my friends and I say, "We have to go save them, right?"
Well, shit.
I mean, Kyle, come on, what kind of name is that?
Please help me. Whatever you wish. I mean, you took 7 of my sheep, but feel free to take more.
I don't.
Meanwhile, Harshnag just kind of looks over and grunts as he peels his 3rd sheep.
Peels?
Yeah,
Is it
Yeah,
orange?
he's taking the sheeps and he's skinning them.
Got it. Okay. Peel is just an interesting word.
Like a
Skinning.
banana.
Well, let's go see who's still alive. Start walking back down into wherever they're headed.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Screw
is anybody? Roderick follows behind you guys, leaving, and Harshnag stays behind because he doesn't really care, and he's just skinning sheep. But anybody else staying behind, or are all of you actually going back into the tunnels?
Should we rest?
I'd like
Uh,
to.
The fire won't hit the basement, right? What was our floorboards made out of? Like the ones that we were walking on? Was it wood? Was it dirt? Was it clay? What was it?
So the floor itself was looked to be
Stone?
dirt, like hard packed dirt,
Uh-huh.
but there were giant holes in the upper level where you guys
Yeah.
were fighting Chief Ga, and those holes were covered by these long planks of wood.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help him look for people after doing cute little druidy graves for Ruck and Moog with Belfrion.
Yep, I will help you.
So you guys are actually, you and Belfrion are creating little graves, or well, not little ones.
Well,
they're-
probably not little one. Well, we
Yeah.
can't really
I can-
push their bodies in anything, but I'm sure I'm using mold earth, she's using mold earth to like probably cover like maybe just their heads at least, and then make some cute little flowers.
Yep. I could move 5 cubic feet of dirt. I'm earthbending.
We're both just earth bending, because I also have mold earth.
Mold earth. That's pretty.
That's so
That's
cool.
pretty awesome. So that is a cantrip out of Elemental Evo's Companion, and it allows you to move 5 feet of cubic earth, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're able within like a couple of minutes, as Roderick is explaining the story of how of what happened to him and his family. In essence, what he just told all of you guys. You guys are creating Zorana and Belfrion are actually creating large holes for Moog and Haruk's body, as you're essentially just excavating dirt from underneath them.
I'm
So
actually
as-
gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take out my ointment of healing and I'm gonna start because I see Winter and he looks pretty beat up. I'm gonna start rubbing his wounds. His wounds! His
Whoa.
wounds! With ointment.
Got giant horns.
All right.
Gives you licks. He's licking you.
So you're able to
Heal him up. I forgot what how
heal
much
him
it
up
is.
some bit.
It's like
And then I think we're going to take just a small little break, just so I can grab some water because my throat's really dry at the moment.
Sounds
and when
Yeah,
I
I
come
go to the
back
bathroom.
in 5 minutes,
Okay.
we'll go ahead and continue into the cave. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sweet.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Meow.
Meow. All right.
Meow.
I remember your character in
Meow.
Eric's game. Meow. Let's go right meow.
Yeah. Let's go right now. Yeah.
That was hilarious. Why did Ryan have to die?
That was good.
Greater
What
cause.
happened? What was going on?
Your character died in the fish game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
No one had
I
the
was
word.
sad.
Sorry,
No one
you
was
guys
sad.
did that
I was
bait
sad.
sale and got him back. So
Yeah, it
remember
was Weekend at Bernie's and
Remember
me.
the
we came
epilogue?
back.
Yeah, it made for a great epilogue.
Yeah, we gotta like draw it and and videotape it.
And by we you mean Susan?
Yep, exactly.
God damn it.
Susan, where's the peanut butter?
It's in the pantry.
Well, okay, look, I'm,
Okay,
Susan,
I'll
you
get
think
it.
I know
I'll
this
get it.
kitchen? Oh, okay. Get us in here. I don't know. I don't know where the hell I am. Where am I? What's going on?
So I think I moved you guys to the correct area now. Walking around the cave mouth, what you see is is everybody back first of all? Do we have everybody here?
Yes.
We're looking for peanut
I'm
butter.
here mentally,
We can
Alright,
hear
so the
everything.
not physically.
The only person who didn't go is Harshnag. So the rest of you, I assume.
I do not see us on the map though.
We gotta move over to the right and up from where we were. That's where we are now. Or to the left. Sorry, not right.
Yeah, you know what? Just to make this super easy, I'm getting rid of dynamic lighting for now because we don't really need it. There you go.
It's all these purple things everywhere.
Is that better for you guys now?
Oh yeah.
Weird sheep.
Okay. I see it
Purple
all.
You should see everything under the sun.
Wow. What a map.
Yeah, it's quite a big map. So, getting into this area, what you find is a very what looks to be a pig pen, except that there is pig shit everywhere. Troughs filled with a variety of food that pigs would normally eat. In addition to a large 20-foot wide stream of water that seems to be coming from the direction of where the dam was and through Grudhog itself, like the under levels of it. You see that this area in particular is composed of multiple levels that of varying height. There looks to be like a stairway over here and another stairway up here, and you guys came from this direction. Okay, and beyond there's a closed off area with a gate that doesn't look like it's very hard to climb over at all if you really needed to. That kind of separates this room beyond to the north from the rest of the pig pen itself. As you come into this area, it is dimly lit also by flickering torches, and the pigs seem very agitated because timbers have fallen from the upper level above to land on a few of the pigs below. Here, where no pigs were harmed, and here, where 2 pigs are also harmed.
Fresh cooked bacon, anyone? Too soon? Too soon.
We're just getting a feast here.
It's really loud here because the pigs are squealing. They're kind of agitated that you're here. A few members of their little pig clan died, and they, there's a lot of snorting going on. But aside from that, you don't see any other living creatures in this particular area. Just to show you kind of like what it looks like from down below, if Oinker Boinker was still alive, it's right there. You see that picture?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wait, that's what it looks like down below?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that wood?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh god.
Gotta hurry, get
Oh,
people
I'm
out of
gonna go
here.
off.
We saved Groundhog, everybody.
It's still on fire, I'm pretty sure.
We
I'm
saved
going to start
Groundhog.
ferrying the pigs out. Get them out of the pen.
No, no, no. Who cares about the pigs? My family and the other people. Is what
We gotta
Roderick
find
says.
the people.
They're there, and he points to the north.
All right, you go find them. I'm gonna save
Okay,
the pigs.
I head towards the north.
I'm gonna help him find the
He
people.
runs up to the wall.
Just one of those animal activists.
There is kind of like this wooden palisade that's erected there.
Come on,
and
piggies.
he starts trying to like shake the locked wooden gate that looks like it has like a heavy twine and rock and wood lock on it. It doesn't look like it's difficult to perhaps bust, but Roderick, being weak and small and not very strong at all, is definitely struggling to try to open it. But you think that with a few cuts of a very sharp blade, you could probably cut down the makeshift wooden lock, no problem.
I take out my short sword. I have a short sword. And
So
I
short sword
go
was
after
a
it.
piercing weapon, so you try to stab into it, but it's not really having much of an effect.
I mean, it's not a blade on it, right?
Let me do. I have a great sword. Let me
Yeah. Show 'em what you
Sorry,
got.
I got this.
let me step in here.
Get a real
step back.
sword.
Put that
Okay, yeah,
that knife
do
away.
it. Okay, whatever.
Why don't you
got
go
it.
ahead and make me
What do you want me to make?
an attack roll, Thorber?
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
Not only do you cut through the door, like you cut through the lock, you cut through the door itself, and like somehow like the whole thing just comes crashing down within like seconds. You're like, wow, that was really good. And so the whole gate, the whole wall itself just tumbles to the ground in a heavy thud. Pigs scatter in all directions, and dust is thrown up into the air in dirt clouds. But yeah, this whole erected wall here now is gone. You're
nice.
able to step over it and into what looks to be some sort of prison area where you find a total of 5 wooden cages with very similar like twine and wooden locks that are kept to secure the cages themselves. And in them, feel free to move yourselves, guys. Oh, well, actually, you can see everything, can't you?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
in them, in one of them to the left, you actually see that there are 5 halflings, all in dirty, disarray. That Roderick immediately runs over to, and he starts, and they all seem really excited to see him. They're all like, "Dad, husband, Roderick," and he's trying to pull and get the twine off the lock as quickly as he can. And there's 2 other dudes here, in 2 other occupied cages. One of them looks to be a dark-skinned man with these heavy dreads. His eyes are like kind of like a milky white, and he's got what looks to be tribal tattoos around his arms. He's kind of wearing a black leather jerkin with no sleeves, and he appears kind of young, maybe in his late teens, but very sharp features. And you can see that he looks like he's kind of brooding and really quiet. His arms are kind of like wrapped around his knees as he's sitting there in the cage. This dude off to the far right, Zorana, you think you recognize. He looks dirty, and you haven't seen him for quite some time, but your heart like immediately flutters, and you feel little beads of perspiration on your neck, and you think you recognize a person from your past, a half-elf with very sharp, angular, good-looking features, and a light brown beard. Someone that you remember named Koros.
I immediately kind of go over and with my dagger try and help him out.
And he says, Zorana? Is that you? Never in my dreams would I have thought to have seen you again.
Koros, how did you get over here?
I was scouting, and I was captured by some nearby hill giants. I was investigating what's been going on to the west of the high forest. These hill giants have been marauding the entire countryside. I was captured and thrown into this pen, probably to be eaten someday. I think I've been here for at least a week or two.
Well, then let's get on out then. We can't stay here long. It's on.
Yes,
The
please.
building's on fire. Come now, come.
I heard the commotion up above, but I didn't know what was going on. Yes, please, help. And he starts trying to aid whatever it is that you're doing to try to get him out of the cage. Meanwhile, Kareem, you take a look at this dude. He kind of like narrows his eyes at you, and he says, "Oi, hey, let me out."
Okay.
He says, "What's your name?"
My name is Karim. What's your name?
The name is Gree of the Black Ravens.
Sounds great.
He says,
Okay.
you notice that his eyes flick over to Belfrian for a second, and then he looks back at you, and he says, "You guys take care of the hill giants up above, eh?"
That we did.
We're somewhat of heroes, you know.
How'd you get captured?
Oh, little sneaking around there.
Oh, yes, we had friends who sneaked. She died if something happened.
I was almost eaten by this large. He says, "I was almost eaten by this large, blubbering mass of flesh with many mouths."
Oh, yes. Oh, I feel you there. Oh, I got to get you out now. I'm gonna take my hand axe this time and try to do
He
whatever.
looks past you as as you get him free out of his cage, and
Uh-huh.
he says, "Hey, you!" And he says over to Bel. He looks like he's trying to get Belfrian's attention.
Oh no, I'm talking to pigs. I'm ferrying them out one by one, telling them, "Come on, go this way and up the stairs. Go this way and up the stairs. Come on, you two next. Follow in line. Avoid the frost giant. He will eat
All right.
you."
Why do you do that? Handle animal check. Cool.
Sure. Let's see.
All right, you're having some difficulty. Some of the pigs are following your direction, but an equal number of them are also not paying any attention to you and just going in, meandering around, and being as stupid as they are, they're not really
Sort of frightened too, of
in
course.
hands. And of course, they're frightened.
Yeah.
Chorus says,
I noticed this guy trying to get her attention, right? Obviously, because he's
"Yeah."
yelling
When he
past.
sees that Belfrian is not paying attention to him, he looks back at you, and he seems to be stretching his limbs, and he's like kind of really tall and lanky but muscular, and he says, "Well, thank you kindly for letting me go."
Yes, of course. But what's your deal with my friend back there?
Is he like flexing, like trying to look buff and stuff? It's like, oh yeah,
No,
check me
he's
out.
more like he's stretching because he was in a very small cage.
Okay.
But
Get the ladies
is he
notice
buff?
me.
Oh yeah, I buff back, you know. Grr.
Oh,
He's not actually doing that.
he says, "Your friend over there, the blonde one, that wouldn't happen to be Belfrian, would it?"
Maybe. Why?
He says, "I think I know her."
Okay. Yeah, bad then. Fuck it. Okay, sure. That's Belfrin over there, yeah.
Why aren't you listening?
Yeah.
These pigs are listening. You guys aren't listening. Look, these guys are survivors.
Look,
Why aren't you want to survive?
For some reason, the building got caught on fire. We need to get out of here as fast as possible, okay?
For some reason.
I don't... Not go into details. I yell over at
You have a weapon
Zorana.
on me. You have something else I could use to defend myself.
Ugh, shit.
Come
Yeah,
on,
you're
babe,
gonna have
muscle
this.
these guys out.
You can have the short sword I have. I throw him a short sword.
He takes a look at it and he kind of swings it a couple of times in the air, and then he says, "Good blade." All right. And he motions for you to lead the way. Meanwhile, Roderick Hilltopple and his family, who you've come to learn is named Alea, Wyatt, Edgar, and Wilhelm, and his wife Rosie, all seem elated that you guys are getting them out of here, and they're looking right now to Balabar to lead them out.
Yeah, I would have gone over to help with the lock, seeing as he struggled with it last time. But
Yeah.
I'll start leading him out.
Yeah, you had no problem using a little bit of magic. What did you do to actually open it?
Use thieves' tools.
Okay, yeah, no problem. These tools come with like a little bit of a knife and a file, and you're able to get past the lock, no problem. As you cut some twine in some strategic areas, and the lock just collapses, and you're able to open up the gate and start leading these people out. Which way? Toward the way that you came out of?
Yes,
that you came
exactly.
inside. Okay, so you guys are able
that
to
way.
get out of the caves, no issue. Meanwhile, Kareem, you got Gree, and you're leading him out. You gave him your short sword. And Zorana, you've completely freed Koros, and he just seems like really surprised to see you, but you can kind of tell that he also seems really hurt as well. He's walking with a little bit of a limp, and he's got these like really heavy bruises on the right side of his body. Like he put up a fight probably against the hill giants, and he's still, recovering from his wounds.
I'll offer to help carry him along with Winter. Help him if he needs it.
You see, he I can manage on my own. Thank you. And,
If you say so.
he's kind of like a little bit proud about it. You could tell that he's not really trying to accept any help from you and seem a little bit tougher than he actually is. But as he gets past a few steps, he kind of stumbles over his own foot. And why don't you make me a medicine check using your wisdom?
Oh, well.
Best you can tell, he may have a broken bone,
Oh, shit.
but you're not 100% sure where. You could just tell it might be something in his leg.
Are you sure? I could just here, lean on Winter.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion.
Nope.
He says, well, I guess I have no choice. But he frowns at that, and he's like kind of uses Winter as like a little bit of a crutch, but he seems really embarrassed by it. And you guys are able to all walk out of here. But Belfrian, you're still having a lot of trouble with these pigs, and I'm not really sure if you're doing anything, Emin, or you're just kind of standing around looking.
I'm just observing the festivities.
All right, fair enough.
I need to try and reason with these pigs.
So,
Come on, pigs.
I'll walk over and try and help Belfrian out with the pig.
Yes. So, sure, I'll try to help too. I'm gonna use my whip and just whip at him, Try to get him to move.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the whip doesn't seem to be helping.
No.
as Some of the pigs are just scattering around you. But Thornburr, since you are trying to corral the pigs in a more gentle way, I will allow you to give Belfrian advantage on her handle out.
Great.
All right, Let's try this again. Come on. You
It
stay
seems
away
we
from
can
Whip
do well
Boy.
together, Valkyrie.
Oh, I
You
knew
and me make a
that.
good
Same
team.
same rolls.
Yeah, so
I
with
know.
an advantage. This is taking an extraordinary amount of time as you guys are trying to get all the pigs out of here safely, and on top of that, keep them corralled. So it takes almost like a little bit of a group effort with the aid of the Hilltopple family and some of the other able-bodied NPCs like Gree and yeah, pretty much just
So
Gree.
is
and
Gree
Hilltopple
helping us?
family. Yeah, Gree is actually helping you guys, and he's trying to
Cool.
prevent the pigs from running away. But you're able to get all the pigs into the
I like
same
Gree.
area as the tents.
Success.
Meanwhile, the Harshnag is he's already set up like a makeshift spit on like a long pole that he pulled out from one of the pens, and he is roasting one of the skinned sheep over the bonfire that he's relit. And he's kind of like just sitting there on the ground, and he looks like happy as literally like a pig in shit. As when he sees the pigs, he's like, "Oh yeah, bacon."
Don't eat them all.
They're still alive.
Just a few.
All right. So everybody's kind of in the area outside where the tents are at the moment.
I go plop down next to Harshnag, ask if he'll share.
He rips off a sheep leg, gives it to you, and starts handing it out to other people as well as he cooks another of the 7 skinned sheep onto the spit.
Excellent, thank you.
He says, we should probably take one of those pigs there. Have ourselves a real meal of ham.
I'll point to one of the stubborn ones that refused me. This one.
I'll pull out some pouches of spicing and whatnot and actually make it into more than just roasted meat.
Ooh, nice. All right, so who's actually doing this poor helpless pig in front of every other animal here?
It's like
Unless you
one
take the
pig was like
into the
squealing
cavern itself.
towards me. I'm like petting it and holding it close, like not this one.
All right.
Shield his eyes.
Yeah. So one of you takes the pig off into the cave tunnel, slaughters it as quickly as possible and humanely as possible, and then you bring it back. And Balabar, somehow, what do? You have like a little box of seasoning, and like you're cutting up the pig and butchering it, and
Yeah, I have a cooking kit. I'm actually good at this.
nice. So Balabar actually sets up like a little makeshift cooking station there, and he's looks like he is living the dream right now. Like he is in his zone. Is he? What do you have, like a little apron as well?
I left that at home. Yeah, no.
All right, fair enough. But you do manage to season the pig after some time, and you guys start enjoying a fresh cooked slaughtered pig. And meanwhile, some of the Hilltopple family members and Gree and whoever else wants to participate moves some of the sheep out of one of the pens and puts all the pigs that they can into the other one. So, like, we'll say that this pen here now contains just pigs, and all the others have sheep.
I just kind of imagine us all sitting down and like enjoying this nice happy moment, and then behind us is just a flaming building.
That is exactly what's happening. When you guys are starting to enjoy the ham, Grudhog is literally now at this point collapsing in on itself.
We did it, guys. We
There's a
saved Groundhog.
huge roaring bonfire, and as essentially like due to all the debris and rubble, it creates an actual dam as that just collapses in on the that cave, not cave area below it, but the lower levels below it where the pigs were.
Can I check
Good
these
times.
tents for loot?
Can we breathe with all the smoke probably going on?
Yeah, you can because you guys are in a lower
Oh
area.
yeah, okay.
Given
And the
that-
wind's blowing, you know.
Yeah, the wind's blowing. You're kind of by this very large lake to the north, and fortunately for you guys, it's not blowing onto you. You're blessed this day. Now, Kareem, you said you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I was gonna check the tents for loot.
Ah, okay. The tents are really dirty. You can see that they definitely look lived in. You see flea-ridden tarps of furs. And really not much else except for some odd bits of coin and other dirty bits of treasures like knickknacks of carved wooden statuettes or dirty knives that look like they've been way overused and are very blunted.
I might check out that item that I grabbed.
Which was again?
I don't remember. What was it, guys? Do you guys remember?
I think you grabbed the
I have
hat
a golden
with some
flute.
pink stones in it.
No, that was a gorilla who did that.
That was like one of the gorillas.
I think you had
Yeah.
the flute.
No,
I
that
got the
was
flute.
Thornburr.
Oh no, you had the really good one. The one because you rolled the highest on the perception check. You had the
Yeah.
one that was a queen dressed in like a queen puppet.
No, that was the gorilla.
No,
was the
that was a
best
gorilla.
ape. Yeah, that was the really
Yeah.
good ape.
You had a box, you had a chest, a small chest.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
The
yeah.
chest!
Yeah.
That's right, I had a chest. Because I wanted to throw it. I remember now, yeah.
It was very heavy, and you do recall picking this up. So yeah, you're opening it and taking a look inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm examining it too to see
so-
like the.
You notice that
artwork.
it's got a as you're looking over it, it's adorned what kind of crosses, and the wooden box itself appears to be reinforced with almost like burnished gold or maybe
Mm.
bronze. And it's got a little lock on it, but you can tell that the lock is missing. But otherwise, the box looks like it's in really good shape. And as you open it, you can tell that it's got, in a very secured way, 6 vials of clear liquid. And these vials look like they are very delicate glass.
Interesting.
And there are symbols of
Death.
no, from what you can see, it looks like a sunburst, almost like a sun coming over the horizon, with rays of light coming out of it. Kind of like
Huh.
in the back, in the top of the actual chest itself on the inside. And you can make a religion check.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is it like the stuff that you line dynamite with? But never mind.
Well, the glass vials themselves, they appear to be very secured and cushioned. But your religion check reveals that this is the holy symbol of Lathander. And these
Ah.
vials of clear liquid are holy water.
Ah.
Mm.
Thornburr,
Yeah,
can you come over here and look at this?
of course. Yeah.
So your eyes light up when you take a look upon it. It looks like it's in excellent condition. Every single vial is intact. And it doesn't look like, it looks literally like somebody just made it. The only thing that's wrong with the box is that it's missing an actual lock.
Oh wow! Would you look at that?
Wow.
Are you making fun of me?
Sorry, I was just. Never mind.
That's okay.
What is this for? I've never seen this before.
Oh, you sprinkle it on things. I
Oh.
think. I don't know. I've actually never used. We would sprinkle it on people when we
Like
went to
sneeze
the
on them,
temple.
like achoo.
Kinda, but like in a holy way.
Right. Hachoo.
Amen. So looking
So-
at these, Joe, they're just, normal holy water.
Yeah, from what you could tell, they look
And
like
how many vials?
6.
Nice.
Maybe
Do
you
I
could
know
do some
what-
alchemy with it.
Yeah, do I know any uses for holy oil?
Yeah, so holy water can be used against
Or holy
undead.
water?
So holy water can be used against undead, against creatures that are particularly vulnerable to it. It will burn their flesh like acid.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, I see that. Bug.
Yeah,
It's
so
also useful for ceremonies and other things like that as well. But these look like they were specifically designed to be thrown and used in battle.
yeah, so I've only used this at for ceremonies and stuff, but I hear stories that it's good for fighting zombies and other undead creatures.
Ah, that should be useful then. Should I pass them around to the rest of us? They look like they're very easily breakable, so maybe I should just keep them in the
Put
chest.
them in the chest, probably.
Maybe put the chest in that bottomless bag you got.
Who has that bag? I look around.
I have that actually because Zinfil wasn't allowed to hold on to it anymore.
All right, Zintha. I give her the chest to put inside the bag of holding.
So what with the stuff that the gorillas grabbed before the inside upper level of Grudhog collapsed? Was anybody able to take that stuff away from the gorillas?
I wasn't trying.
Sure.
Where did they poof? If they poofed,
would
they
still
poof in
be-
the yard,
So,
in the middle of here.
2 died in the upper level, and I think 1 got crushed by the fire roof when it collapsed, and then 2 more I think died on the escape out of that room.
Oh, one is still here, eating it.
Yeah.
Or he's probably
Out of
pooped by
that
now.
one, I'm going to say that there's probably a 33% chance that it is holding the puppet. So
Didn't?
it's probably the most valuable thing out of everything they grabbed.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Do you have to
somebody
roll?
roll me percentile, Jay?
Oh,
We'll say 34 to 66 is the hat. Oh,
60.
nice. You're good.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the one that lived is actually the one that's hold puppet. So
Of course
as I
it
described
is.
Before,
That's the
it's a
lucky
puppet. It's got golden strings. It's got a bejeweled, blue sapphire dress. It appears very high quality and somehow intact. It's a little dirty and probably use some polishing up, but this thing is clearly the very valuable.
puppet, huh? Weird.
It looks like it perhaps was a toy of some rich noble child.
Ooh.
I love playing with toys full of jewels on
Does
them.
anybody know how to appraise this kind of stuff?
Well, maybe it's magical.
I don't know.
This is
Anybody
all
know
fine and
magic?
Good, but I think I'm gonna head out of here, if you don't mind.
Which one's that?
This is Gree. So Gree points at Belfry and he says, "You're Belfry, aren't you?"
Yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't. I was busy with the pigs before. Who are you?
His name is Gree. Maybe you heard of my mother, Red Veins. And you do know who Red Veins is. So Red Veins is a Black Raven tribewoman, about your mom's age. That's really all you know about her, except that she is a shaman of some sort, and she's kind of ambitious.
Wait. That name is familiar. Red Veins.
He says, "Yeah. Your mom's Temla, right?"
How do you know of her?
He says, I'm still with the tribe.
So far south?
He
Really?
says, I'm experiencing the world.
Aren't we
Happened to
all?
be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Got myself caught by some hill giants here.
I'm gonna give him a hearty pat on the back.
Says, you probably want this back, don't you? And he hands you your short sword.
Keep it.
Just a little dagger.
Yeah.
There's a little smile and he tucks it into his belt. Thanks. He says, anyway, probably should let you know that the Grey Wolf tribe is causing some trouble at Raven Rock. He says, Laughing Jowl Maw is causing a little bit of a issue for our tribes. He says, Red Veins is challenging your mom. He says, she ain't a capable leader anymore.
Ooh.
What?
He says, I don't really care. Enjoying the world for what it is. Think I'll make my way over to Waterdeep. See what they have to offer. See you around. And he starts walking out.
Does he notice that there's a big boulder in the way?
Did you hear that? All I heard was. What did you just say?
I said, does he notice that there's a big boulder in the way?
Actually, that boulder was moved.
Okay. Sure.
It would have been great.
Yeah, I never moved it on the map, but that boulder was moved last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Belfrin, your mom's the leader of the tribe?
She was. I guess she still is. Well. I haven't
So
seen my
Gree
mom in
takes
years.
a ham leg before he leaves, and just kind of waves at you guys goodbye over his shoulder as he strolls on out.
I wave
Why are
back.
you leaving already? You should stay. I
says,
need to hear your story.
Nah, I don't really care. Thanks for saving me, though.
Dude,
I like that guy.
his indifference reminds me of Emin.
That is Emmett.
I'm a much better dresser.
Well, you can make me a persuasion check, Jay.
Please stay. We have food. We have drink.
You have drink?
We have drink?
We will
Where?
find drink.
I need drink right now.
There's so much I have to ask you.
Well, now that you mentioned some drink, maybe I will stick around for a little bit.
We have troughs of water everywhere.
Harshnag goes like
Maybe I
a
can drink
chuckle.
that white stuff that I found. The holy shit. It's probably alcoholic, I think. I don't know.
I would think opposite.
I don't think so.
You don't even have any hard alcohol on you.
It's a damn shame, I know.
There's barrels inside. I'm sure there's something here.
Probably.
Do you smoke? I take out my stone pipe.
He says, now you're talking. And he comes back in, takes off a big mouthful of ham hock, and he sits down next to Kareem.
I share my pipe with him. Put some tobacco in.
Nice.
New best friend.
He says, hey, I saw this gnome not too far from here, just before I got captured. He was actually walking around with a some sort of wheel cart, selling tobacco and things. I think he was some sort of traveling salesman on the road.
Oh, this is cool. I should talk
I
to
didn't
him.
really get a chance to talk to him, but I do remember what he looks like.
I look at Kevin's character,
Balabar.
Balabar.
Balabar. He's a gnome too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he looks at Balabar and he says, "Nah, not him.
Oh, okay.
He was on the Desert Road to the west."
Okay. Well, I'll mark that down on my map. That I don't have. Do I have a map? I don't have a map.
It's more of a mental map.
My mental map. I've never been here before, but I definitely think of the name.
Yeah, he was wearing green robes, things like that. He had a long, tall wagon.
Does any of this ring a bell? Have I seen this before?
No.
Okay. And it's on the West Road?
Yeah, he said it was on the Desserin Road to the west.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Meanwhile, Koros, he's quiet. He looks like he's kind of like rubbing his thigh, and he winces in pain as he's doing so, like kind of hissing under his breath, and he's barely eating.
Who's that?
Koros.
Oh.
Cue Zorana!
Chorus, are you sure you're all right?
I bet in my leg it seems broken. I think I made it worse when I tried to stand up. Oh, it hurts really badly.
Rub some ointment on it.
I don't think the ointment will fix a broken leg.
Maybe I could like make you a splint or something.
Do you want me to rub some ointment on it?
He looks at Kareem and he says, "No, that's okay. But a splint, maybe that would work."
We could work out a splint.
Yeah,
I
let me
take out
try
I take out my hand axe. We could chop it off.
No.
You're joking, right?
He's
Yes, I'm joking. Sort of.
He gives a closed mouth smile to Serana. You make some strange friends, Serana.
Well, I've never had many friends before.
I want to eat with the 8.
All right, so Thornberry, you walk over and you take a look, and roll me a medicine wisdom check as you're assessing his wounds. Meanwhile, Balabar walks away from the group, turns his back for a moment, and you hear him sound like he's casting a spell.
What are you casting over there?
Come back with a water skin and offer it to you. Here's some beer for you.
What?
Oh.
What?
He says, "Now we're talking." Gree grabs it. He takes a swig. And he says, "Whoa, this is good stuff." And he
I take it out of
over
his hands.
to Kareem.
I take it out of his hands as soon as he says that, and I just start drinking it also.
It's a spicy room temperature ale, but it is pretty good. It's deep in flavor.
Oh my
almost
God.
kind of tastes like a Belgian ale with some fiery hops.
Been
It's
holding out.
delicious.
Meanwhile, Thornberry, with your medicine check, you're able to look. You have to peel away a little bit of Koros's pants.
Hell yeah, this is getting kinky as fuck.
Wow.
I'm not
Blushing
shy.
and sitting away.
I look up at him and I say,
Kinda...
I look at him and I say, I still have one more dose of ointment. If you need it.
It doesn't just heal wounds.
His hands make everyone blush.
Give him a wink.
Just like trying to cover my blush cheeks with like my hood, like the furry hood. I'm looking away.
Yeah, Cora seems a little embarrassed as well. He kind of blushes and turns away from Zorana as Thornbird takes his, a little like kind of scissor out of his head and starts cutting away some some of Chorus's pant leg clothing, and
Woo.
what you can see is that his leg is in really bad shape. What you can tell is that it's very badly, almost gangrened. His skin is not punctured, so it's not a. I think that's called a compound fracture. But you can tell that his leg, his upper thigh bone, his femur is clearly broken. Probably completely broken, not just a simple fracture.
Mhm.
And he looks like he's in pretty bad shape.
Mending.
Yeah.
and I know this is something that my healing magic can't fix, right?
Yeah, so there's a different story when it works on PCs, but for NPCs who have wounds like these,
Yeah.
healing magic will get them to full hit points, but they still need time to mend broken bones and things like that.
Would the healing magic maybe help prevent infection if I gave him?
No, you would need some sort of other magic, like
Okay.
Laster Restoration would probably work.
Okay.
Get rid of any gangrenous disease. And a spell, like a really powerful spell, like Regeneration, would probably instantly mend the bone.
Well,
Well,
Or Heal. I think Heal is the 5th edition version of
yeah,
Regeneration.
but that's pretty high up.
yeah.
And I don't have Lesser Restoration prepared, so I just look up and I say, yeah, this needs some strong magic. It looks like you got some infection and a serious break. Zorana, can you help with the infection by chance?
I should be able to, and trying not to look because it requires touch. I'll do Lesser Restoration, as well
I
as
only cut off a little bit of his pants.
as well as Cure Wounds at level 1. Oh wow, it's a shitty roll, but then that's okay.
It's just the upper inner thigh.
Yeah, well, some of the bruising on his leg definitely lightens as you cast your Cure Wounds spell on him. And with the restoration spell, he looks really embarrassed, and he's kind of like looking away, and he seems like he definitely doesn't he's not like enjoying it in any way, but he you can see that the gangrenous discoloration of his leg, that deep dark black and purple where the break occurred, starts to fade away with
Good.
Lesser Restoration.
Couple of more of those. He'll be all right.
We can wrap it up in some bandages and a crutch then.
I think that would be good. Thank you for everything. I don't know what I would have done if all of you hadn't arrived when you did.
Maybe, most likely.
If I may ask, where are you all headed?
Oh God, I don't know.
That's sweet.
Question.
Probably.
We kind of, do one thing and then argue a lot about what to do next and change our minds a lot.
I was thinking of heading west to the Desert Road to meet a man in green robes who sells tobacco.
Grease says, I like the sound of that.
You're my kind of guy.
He nods and he gives you a pat.
We should probably at some point.
I'll easily finish off that wineskin.
I gave some to the ape if you looked at the chat.
Oh, no, I think the ape at this point is...
The ape has disappeared.
Aww.
It's been more than an hour of rest.
It's really weird noticing that the beer has not given you any kind of drunkenness.
Am I drunk?
Not at
How
all.
drunk am I? No,
Not at all.
I'm sad.
Fake beer.
Well,
It's like old duels.
It's just
why?
piss. That's why it's yellow.
Get some damn good piss.
So if you don't
Well-
know where you're going, I may ask, how did you even get here in the first place? He says, how
Oh,
did
we,
you know to find this place?
You see that dead body right there? Oh wait, no. You see that grave right there?
He nods. What about it?
We came here to help them, and I guess failed.
What's them? What's in that mound of dirt?
That
Yeah,
was
don't worry about it. Nothing important. We shouldn't be. I don't think we should be telegraphing that we're friends with giants. Not something I'm proud of personally.
Not really.
Harshnag
right there.
Says.
And Harshnag.
He looks at Silver and says, thanks, asshole.
not again.
Gonna make him run off again.
I just don't, think of you as a giant. I just think of you as a friend.
That's racist.
I think of you as a dick. How about that?
Aw.
Damn
Let's
it.
just get along, friends. Come on.
We're very grateful to have you along, Harshnag.
Well, okay, so maybe we should probably think a little bit about what we want to do next. We're kind of done with our mission.
What time is it?
We're not done with our mission until this place fully burns down, and then we're gonna loot whatever's left once the flames die down.
So your best guess is that it's shortly before noon.
Well, it's a big building. We got time to talk while it burns. I'm
I
playing.
guess we just pass the time eating some boar meat, or sorry, I guess pig meat, and shoot the shit.
Pork and mutton.
Yep.
We need a little bit more veggies. Are there any veggies?
This place is as close to rest as
Up
any.
carrot.
He says, say, why don't you guys take a closer look at that giant shell? The one that Zorana put down next to her?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking it up. Kind of like looking inside of it. Hello?
You might get an answer back. I don't know if you should do that.
Yeah. Your voice echoes in it, but you don't really get a response back.
Put your hand through it.
Winter sticks his snout in it too.
Looking at it though, anybody who can read runes can attempt a intelligence check. If you speak giant, I'll give you the opportunity to do so. So you have to speak giant. Eric, you would get advantage on this. Eric is an Emin.
Yep.
Okay.
I speak shitty giant because Zinfeld is kind of teaching me.
So you can make an intelligence check. And then I think, does anybody else speak giant in the group aside from those two characters?
I hardly speak common.
Same, actually.
So Belfreen speaks giant?
Yes.
And Eric, you
She's no good.
are going to get advantage on this if you want to make a roll. Alright.
He's our expert.
So Emin's the only person who's able to decipher the rune. It is an Uvar rune. You can do the work and look in the players folder underneath Forgotten Realms for the giant runes.
Okay.
Uvar.
Uvar.
Uvar. Ooh.
It does have lightning on it.
Let's make it rain.
So this is clearly unusual. The thing appears in very good shape. It's about 2.5 feet long. It's spiky, kind of golden ivory in color, with some hints of pink and blue.
Harshnag, what is this thing?
I'm not really sure.
It's
Kind
a
of looks
Bahir.
magical if I could take a guess.
I elbow.
was gonna
It's a
say-
Bahir horn. You could tell him now. Go ahead.
No, it's not a Bahir horn.
I'll cast Detect Magic as a ritual and look at it.
Sure. So you spend about 10 minutes chanting and looking over the conch itself. And after that amount of time, you are certain that it is magical. And the school of magic that it seems to emanate. I'll tell you in a second.
Emanate.
Emanate.
Ah.
As soon as my journal starts working.
Do you think if we find all these things with runes on them, we can make like a big Voltron-like thing?
Yeah.
I do not know what Voltron. What is that?
So it emanates.
Well, it's an old myth I heard.
Conjuration magic.
Conjuration.
Yeah.
I'll share that with the group. If the doll or anything else is still out too, I'll look at them just in case anything else seems to glow.
Oh,
Nope.
my puppet here.
Nothing else seems to glow.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm gonna.
I hold up my golden flute. No, no. Okay.
Nope.
Nope, the golden flute doesn't seem to glow either.
All right.
Damn.
Damn. Well, damn. Of course, being a magic item, you can spend some time to actually examine it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what it looks like. That image that I just linked to everybody.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Oh, it's bigger than it's wider than I thought it was. I thought it looked like a drinking horn kind of thing, but no, it is like, yeah, not what I thought it looked like.
I'll try to identify it over time. That works for me.
Sure.
Yeah, let's take a rest.
Yeah. So
I thought that's what we were doing.
We are officially resting now.
Yeah, well, let's announce it to the gods just in case they're listening.
We're resting
Please
now.
let us have an hour of rest.
Ola Thanda, may we rest.
I kind of figured you guys were
Taking an
8
hour rest.
taking officially in a long rest at this point, and
Are we actually?
Oh god. Yes, I'm completely spent.
Oh.
Oh, we're
Okay.
doing a long rest? Okay.
We're sleeping? In
Well,
the
it's
middle
like
of
the
the day?
middle of the day, right?
In the middle of the day, we're sleeping with a burning building right next to us?
Whoa, we don't have
Sure,
to
why not?
sleep, but I'm not doing anything for 8 hours.
so what you found is called a conch of teleportation.
Mm.
So you can blow into the conch as an action, teleport to a pre-designated destination.
Yeah, so this conch was under God. Does anyone have like some baby wipes, before you blow into it?
Your identification of the item itself, however,
What
does
is a
not
baby wipe?
reveal where it would actually teleport.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. So it's like a mystery teleport.
Oh.
Well, maybe it's
So
not
fun.
such a mystery. Look inside of it. Can I look inside? Does it show me where it's gonna teleport me?
No.
No. Oh, I thought you said there was an ocean or something you could see into it.
No. When you put it up to your ear, or actually you put your head up to
Oh.
it
Wait.
and try to listen in, it sounds like the ocean.
Oh, I thought you could actually see an ocean.
No. It's not. It's a magic conch,
misheard.
but it's not a magic conch,
It's a magic conch.
All right, so we are at midnight. Let's put an end to our session for today. I'm very sorry about the technical issues we encountered
Oh,
this
no.
morning.
Not a
Or
problem.
This morning.
It's okay.
Start of the session.
Good. It happens.
Try to be more diligent next time in trying to get my sound issues worked out before we actually start.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
no problem.
So we're gonna end here for the night. You guys can think about what you want to do next. Is everybody cool
Cool.
with playing in 2 weeks? But it would actually be our normally scheduled session on the 6th.
6th.
Yep, works for
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And I think, Eric, you're still having issues with your job, right? Where you can't, where you have to get up early and you can't play late?
Yes, that is correct. I'll let you know when that changes.
Shit.
All right.
It was good having you join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad I
We
could
missed
catch up.
you.
Good.
Ryan doesn't play a good Emin.
I tried. I did a lot of what was that?
Shrieking bolt.
Shrieking bolts
Literally
and
just
tried to
use
use sleep. That's
all
about
shrieking
all I
bolt.
did.
That's exactly the way Eric plays it.
Like, I don't see the problem with that.
That's literally the only moves I use: sleep and shrieking bolts.
Very true. Thank you guys for playing tonight. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
And congratulations on completing Grudhog.
Woo!
Thanks, Joe.
Wait, so
That
are
is a
we?
major victory for you guys. And what it's gonna do for you is level up you to 9.
Woo!
Holy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Joe. What about the switching of stuff? You said there was some in-game mechanic for that. When it comes to
You didn't
feats.
find it.
Oh. Oh, I didn't realize it was something we had to find. Shit.
In this burning, I'm telling you, we gotta wait till the fire dies down, and then we're gonna go and see if there's anything salvageable.
Oh man, 5th level spells. I'm excited.
Like a 3rd level spell.
Joe, so are we taking a short rest right now?
No,
Or a
you're
long rest?
A long rest.
So we should like update our character sheets to level
Yeah.
9
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can-
before the next game.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
You get +4 proficiency bonus, everybody.
I am excited.
Hey.
That's right.
All right.
It's a game changer here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, 5th level spells. I'm very excited.
Me too.
This is
Very
new
good.
for me.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, we're going crazy now.
Yeah, you're going crazy. So thank you for playing, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks for session 36 on 3.6.
Yep.
Alrighty,
Thanks,
you,
Joe.
Cool.
Good.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for running, Joe.
All right, no problem. We'll see you.
Thank you,
guys.
Joe. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Great
night,
game.
guys.